In the high-stakes arena of internet fame, relationships are often treated as mere content. But for Sommer Ray, a whirlwind romance in early 2020 with rapper Machine Gun Kelly would lead to a very public heartbreak. Just weeks after their sudden split, he went public with Hollywood superstar Megan Fox, leaving Sommer in the crosshairs of gossip sites and internet speculation. According to her, the emotional fallout left her feeling used, a pawn in a larger publicity game. But to understand that moment, you have to go back to the beginning. Sommer Ray was born on September 15, 1996, in the rugged, high-altitude landscape of Colorado. She grew up in the Denver area, surrounded by a large and lively family of siblings. But her childhood was far from ordinary. While other kids were playing in neighborhood parks, Sommer was spending her formative years surrounded by the heavy clank of iron and the smell of chalk. Both of her parents were competitive bodybuilders. For the Ray family, fitness was not just a hobby or a way to stay healthy, it was their primary language, their lifestyle, and their legacy. Her father, a dedicated competitive bodybuilder, became her primary mentor. He taught her the discipline of weightlifting, the science of nutrition, and the mental fortitude required to push past physical limits. By the time she was a teenager, Sommer was already competing in fitness shows, mastering the art of sculpting her physique. The gym was her sanctuary, the place where she learned that progress only comes to those who are willing to put in the work. As the mid-2010s approached, a new frontier was emerging on the internet. Social media platforms like Vine and Instagram were changing how the world consumed media, and Sommer saw an opportunity. Around 2015 and 2016, she began posting snippets of her workouts, lifestyle photos, and glute-focused fitness content. But Sommer was different from the clinical, overly polished fitness models of the era. She was playful, raw, and unapologetically herself. She would dance between sets, make goofy faces at the camera, and share the imperfect realities of her training. This unique blend of elite athleticism and relatable charm struck a massive chord with the public. Her videos went viral, shared by millions who were captivated by her incredible shape and infectious energy. Almost overnight, her follower count exploded, transitioning from thousands to millions, and eventually to tens of millions. She became a global phenomenon, recognized as one of the most followed and influential fitness figures on the planet. Yet, with that level of astronomical visibility comes a double-edged sword, as the spotlight would soon shift from her fitness routine to her personal life. By early 2020, Sommer was a household name, and her status caught the attention of the mainstream entertainment industry. She was romantically linked to rapper and musician Machine Gun Kelly, and for a brief moment, they were one of the internet's most talked-about couples. However, the romance was short-lived, ending in a split around the spring of that year. Almost immediately after, the narrative shifted rapidly. Machine Gun Kelly met actress Megan Fox on a movie set, and the two went public with a highly publicized, intense relationship just weeks later. The sudden transition left fans and media outlets spinning with rumors. The digital world, which had once been a source of validation, suddenly felt like a hostile room of whispers. Sommer has since spoken out about the experience, revealing the emotional toll it took on her. According to her, she felt used, suggesting that the relationship was leveraged for attention, and that she was left to pick up the pieces under the harsh glare of public scrutiny. While the headlines painted a picture of celebrity drama, for Sommer, it was a deeply personal betrayal played out on a global stage. The experience could have easily defined her, casting her as a footnote in someone else's headline. Instead, it became the catalyst for a powerful new chapter. Rather than retreating from the spotlight or letting the narrative be written for her, Sommer chose to channel the intense media attention into her own independent empire. She understood the power of ownership. She launched her own swimwear line, Sommer Ray Swim, designing pieces that celebrated diverse body types and reflected her own active, sun-drenched lifestyle. The brand was an instant success, proving that her audience was loyal not just to her image, but to her vision. She expanded her business footprint with lucrative brand partnerships, fitness apps, and wellness products, ensuring she retained full creative and financial control. She proved that a woman who built her platform on fitness could transition into a savvy, multi-million-dollar entrepreneur. She refused to be a passive influencer waiting for endorsements. She became the boss of her own brand. Sommer Ray's journey shows that public pain does not have to dictate your future. By choosing ownership over victimhood, she built an empire that no headline could tear down. True strength is not just about the weight you can lift in the gym, but the resilience you show when the world tries to pull you down. It is about taking the narrative back into your own hands and deciding who you want to be. If you want to keep exploring the stories of the people who define modern fitness, walk this path with us and keep building your own strength every single day.